For today's video, we will be embarking on a journey to explore the story of Krampus, the Christmas demon. We will delve into a creature that haunts our nightmares, with features akin to a goat's horns, a body draped in darkness and a wickedly long tongue hanging out. This character isn't simply a figment of a vivid imagination, but deeply ingrained in the folklore of certain European cultures. Unlike the jovial and unfriendly image of Santa Claus, Krampus is a horrifying figure, often depicted with cloven hooves that remind us of the devil himself. His long, snake-like tongue and sharp fangs are enough to send chills down the spines of even the bravest amongst us. With eyes gleaming with a horrifying mischief and a body hidden under a layer of dark fur, Krampus is truly a nightmare come to life. As we talk about his menacing role, you'll hear the haunting screams of children in the background. He carries birch branches to swat misbehaved children, and in certain tales, a sack or tub on his back to transport wicked children to his lair. Just try picturing it. A Christmas demon who doesn't merely dole out coal to the naughty children, but actually takes them away. This terrifying figure stands in stark contrast to the cheerful, gift-giving Santa we know and love. Krampus, on the other hand, harbinger of punishments, not of joy. His role is to instill fear and maintain order. The tale of Krampus is a stark reminder of the inherent duality in all things. For every reward there is a punishment, and for every St. Nicholas there is a Krampus. He is the darkness to Santa's light, a symbol of balance, a testament to the notion that everything in life has an opposite. Krampus is not a creature from a horror film, but an integral part of Christmas celebrations in certain parts of the world. Who would think that such a beast has its roots in Christmas celebrations? It's a bit of a wild ride, but let's dive into the murky origins of our horned friend Krampus. The tale of Krampus begins in the deep valleys and high peaks of the Alpine region, an area that spans across several European countries today. This was long before the advent of Christianity, in a time when pagan traditions held sway. The people of these regions believed in a host of spirits and deities, some benevolent and others, well, not so much. Enter Krampus, a creature of the night with the body of a man and the horns of a goat. The name Krampus is derived from the old High German word krampen, which translates to claw. Quite fitting, don't you think, for a creature known for its sharp talons? But how did a pagan monster find its way into Christian traditions, you might wonder? As Christianity spread across Europe, it was common practice to integrate local traditions and folklore into the new faith, making it more palatable for the converted. Thus, Krampus found a new role, becoming the dark counterpart to the benevolent St. Nicholas. While St. Nicholas, or Santa as we know him today, was tasked with rewarding good children, Krampus had a different duty. He was there to punish the naughty ones, a task he supposedly took great delight in. The two figures became inseparable in folklore, each representing the consequences of good and bad behavior. In essence, Krampus is a relic of pre-Christian times, a figure that has survived centuries of change and transition, adapting to new cultures and customs. His terrifying image serves as a reminder of our past, a link to ancient beliefs and traditions that have shaped our modern celebrations. As St. Nicholas rewards the good children, Krampus is there to punish the naughty. A chilling thought, isn't it? But fear not, for Krampus is more a symbol than a real threat, a reminder of the importance of good behavior and the consequences of the opposite. Now let's turn our attention to how Krampus fits into the joyous celebration of Christmas. You may be wondering, what does this beastly creature have to do with the festive season of Christmas? Well, while we often associate Christmas with joy, presents, and the jolly figure of Santa Claus, there is another side to the holiday season, highlighted by the eerie sound of children screaming, brought to life in the form of Krampus. As the antithesis of Santa Claus, Krampus is the one who deals with the children who have been naughty rather than nice. On the eve of December 5th, a day known as Krampusnacht, this fearsome creature, accompanied by the chilling screams of children, comes to life. Unlike Santa, who rewards good behavior with presents, Krampus serves as a reminder of the consequences of misbehavior. It is said that he punishes misbehaving children, their wails echoing in the night, by swatting them with birch branches, or in more extreme tales, carries off the worst offenders in his sack to devour for his Christmas dinner. But Krampus is not just a character in a story told to frighten children into good behavior. He is a figure that is celebrated and brought to life in a tradition known as Krampuslauf or Krampus Run. In this event, people dress up as Krampus, donning intricate masks and costumes and parade through the streets. The sight of dozens, sometimes hundreds of Krampuses marching through the night, the air filled with the panicked cries of children, is both thrilling and terrifying, a stark contrast to the usual festive cheer. In some regions, the Krampuslauf has even become a sort of competition, with participants striving to create the most fearsome and impressive Krampus costumes. These events are a spectacle of noise, chaos, and creativity, as the terrifying figure of Krampus is celebrated in all his beastly glory. So, while Christmas is a time of joy, warmth, and generosity, represented by the benevolent figure of Santa Claus, it also has its darker side embodied in the figure of Krampus. They are two sides of the same coin, each playing their role in the festive season. While Santa Claus brings joy and presents, Krampus brings a stark reminder of the consequences of naughtiness. The story of Krampus, once confined to the Alpine regions, has crossed the Atlantic and found a home in America. The tale of this horned Christmas demon, so deeply rooted in Central European folklore, has found a receptive audience in the land of the free and the brave. It's fascinating to see how American culture has embraced Krampus, giving him the red carpet treatment, one might say. Krampus-themed parties have sprung up across the country, with people donning masks and costumes to impersonate this Christmas beast. The idea of role-playing as a mythical creature that punishes naughty children seems to have struck a chord with Americans. Perhaps it's the thrill of the chase, or maybe it's just the fun of playing the bad guy for a night. Now, it's not just parties and events. The figure of Krampus has been popularized in American media as well. You've seen him in movies, haven't you? The Hollywood horror genre has been especially keen on our horned friend, spinning tales of terror that leave audiences on the edge of their seats. And it's not just the silver screen. Television series have dedicated episodes to Krampus, bringing the legend right into American living rooms. But why this fascination with Krampus? Perhaps it's the allure of the unknown, the thrill of the exotic, or maybe it's the appeal of a creature that's a stark contrast to the jolly, benevolent Santa Claus. Krampus, with his chains and birch sticks, represents the other side of Christmas, a side that's darker and more foreboding. It's a reminder that for every action there's a consequence, even during the festive season. So you see, Krampus has found a new lease of life in America. He's no longer just a character in a European folk tale. He's a part of American pop culture, a symbol of the darkness that balances the light of Christmas. From the Alpine mountains to the American cities, Krampus has indeed traveled far and wide. If you're intrigued and want to experience the thrill of Krampus, there's no better place than the Krampus festivals. Around the world, the horned figure of Krampus is celebrated with gusto, but nowhere more so than in Austria and America, where the most notable Krampus festivals take place. In Austria, the heartland of Krampus tradition, the Krampuslauf, or Krampus Run, is a spectacle not to be missed. Held in early December, townsfolk don elaborate Krampus costumes, complete with fur suits, masks, and cowbells. They parade through the streets, scaring and delighting onlookers. The festival is not just about fright, though. It's a community event where families and friends gather, sharing food, drinks, and lots of laughter. Across the Atlantic, the Americans have embraced the Krampus tradition with their unique twist. In Los Angeles, the Krampus Ball is an annual event that combines the traditional European Krampuslauf with a modern party vibe. Attendees dress as Krampus or other holiday-themed characters, and the night is filled with music, dancing, and performances. The LA Krampus Run, a smaller version of its Austrian counterpart, is another highlight of the festival. In Bloomington, Indiana, the Krampus night is an eclectic mix of tradition and modernity. It starts with a family-friendly event featuring arts and crafts, followed by the wild and raucous Krampus rampage at night. This festival has become a beloved tradition in the Midwest, with its unique blend of holiday spirit and a touch of the macabre. Each of these festivals, while different in their execution, share a common thread: the celebration of Krampus, the Christmas demon. They provide a unique way to experience the folklore and tradition surrounding this intriguing character. So, whether you're a lover of folklore, a fan of the macabre, or just curious, The Krampus festivals offer a unique way to celebrate the Christmas season.